Hello. Welcome to day 787 of Honkai Star Rail journey. Of my Honkai Star Rail journey. Right, I don't know how other people play their Star Rail. This is how I like to play mine. Where I just occasionally make a stream sometime. Yippee. So, it is 2:51 a.m. 21st of June 2025. Just to tell you that I am not cheating in my quest, but I am gonna close the game because we are not gonna watch the game. In fact, we are only going to watch. Ta-da! Yes, it is the 3.4 special program. I'm not sure how that sounds like, so I'm gonna. I'm not sure how that sounds like. That sounds loud, that's what it is. Okay. So, hopefully my eardrum don't burst. Hopefully everything will function normally. It should function fine. CC is on. Let's just jump straight into it. So, this special announcement is a special program, 1 hour long, and so I'm expecting a lot of banger. Obviously, this is also talking about the Fate collab, so I'm very curious what kind of story they plan to came from. Obviously, it seems to be in Penacony, most likely. I did accidentally got spoiled because I opened Reddit at the wrong time. I know that there is spoiled by two things. One from my friend, one from Reddit. One, Firefly have a new outfit. Spoiler, I know, jump scare. Second, there is a free Archer Light Cone after you do 200 pull. Now I'm going to check my pull after the stream. But if that is the case, that's kind of huge, not gonna lie. Holy shit, free light cone, limited light cone from just pulling. Because thinking about it, currently I have 0 PT, no guarantee on my limited banner. If I go hard PT and go 80, miss my 50-50, get another 80, that's 160. Then I try my luck on the light cone banner. It's easily over 200, right? And I do plan to go all in if that is the case, because it's an event. Limited light cone is limited in this case around. The new, I'm not particularly. I mean, I'll see how Finon works soon. I guess I'll see all of them how they work soon. Then next patch 3.5 will be I'll be in a drought, even though I really would want both the character to be fair. I guess the Wind Harmony, what's her name, the fella name, not in a high priority, but I do really want to hope to get the physical nihility, which I forgot the name, Hyceline, because she's definitely gonna be dot centric. There's no way that she is dot centric. So I'm thinking, is it possible to get her? Hopefully everything the best. Hope the best. Okay, enough yapping. I'm just gonna move right ahead. Okay, let's go. Program start. This sponsor is sponsored by Lady Agalia. Trailer. Oh, what was that? Hold on. What was that pop-up? The launch took 12 seconds this time, exceeding 1% of all user in the cosmos. Nice. And now they have Star Rail already running from the taskbar. 7:30. I assume this is like this time when the live stream start. Dromas question mark stickers. It's not a program. Redemption code. Ooh. Gas. Why is Anazagrius part of gas? Let's see. That is not in the language that I can read. Okay, I can read lah, but okay, I can't read lah. I don't know why I try to. That's okay. I guess just turn it off. Why is it in Japanese dub? I guess there is a whole audio of the strike going on, so could be from that. This whoa, just scared of it. I literally paused at the same time as they paused. I think that was Ligus speaking. Sound very robotic. Ah, yes, it is. Oh shit, is that, do we actually go to the, oh, it's a new area. I think we're actually going back to Alessia. Okay. Excuse you. First ever Polygon Holy Grail War. Okay, that's kinda sick. She looks out of place though. We gotta agree. They do really look kinda out of place all of a sudden. Shit, Archer is arching. Again, I don't know anything. Ooh, I saw boot heal. I don't know anything about the law of fate. Just like the most obvious meme. Whoa, there's more than just those two characters. There's more coming in the collab. Wait a second, there's way more than just two characters. There's no way the main story is part of the main story. I'm sorry, there's no way the collab is part of the main story, right? Okay, since I closed the game, I'm gonna do the redemption code on my Hoyo Lab. I know, no choice, but let me just deal with it. Okay, redeem. Okay, redeem one by one. I'm gonna redeem one by one. That art for this is terrifying looking. What have they done to you, Finon? Is that one Finon? I feel like it's a fusion. Wait, the Flame River is black. Hold on a second. It's kind of juicy of a cookies. It is way too long of a redemption code. Please, welcome to the version 3.4 special program. Please run the host application, Albert. Hi, Albert. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
oh, shit.
Mr. Albert.
English.
Hello.
Albert.
And whether or not you have a day,
Hey, nice cycle.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Okay.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan.
Hi,
I'm so
Finan.
happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Dramas.
Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of
Oh
you
my
again.
god, that's
Did you
actually
miss me?
adorable.
Well, of course we missed you.
I like how they just start eating the red rock.
Welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
The burning sky and the fall of dawn. Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our Chrysosaur companions did everything in their power to buy precious time
Did
for the
they though?
Trailblazer and Finan, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
I don't know, I
already
feel like it's
found
pretty
out the
obvious.
truth. So what do a few sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this.
Also, I did see, I'm not sure I talk about this. I rewatched the fight scene with Cypher and the Flame River. Initially, I was like, why is it so weird that when she lost her power, she lost the coin, she apparently seemed to be not able to use her speed, but then I commented why she able to speed back to the space. But no, it's actually the Flame River using the speed against her. So that's why she able to get hit. So my bad.
You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoris is about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphoris is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis started...
I feel like these are a lot of spoilers, so I'm just gonna move past it. It's mostly talking about the mission which we will
In the future,
experience ourselves. There's no reason for us to hear them
On the other
speak.
hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan.
Okay, again, we will learn through all this through the game.
It looks
Oh, back it up.
This version.
What the fuck, back it up.
specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4.
Yep, that's fine.
I've actually got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoris' true nature.
Before, As I've Written was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends'
Actually, I should be
stories.
doing this.
Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphoris' secrets.
Indeed.
More law, great.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written,
That's how they know when do I have a day-night cycle. Every time I open a book, ma'am is like, yo, good morning, good night, good evening, whatever. Oh, you finished your task today, you done your dailies? Oh, that's great. They're fucking monitoring us.
the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way.
Yeah, I read this on
Now you
the
can choose
their
the pace
post.
of storytelling based on your own preferences.
Mm-hmm.
In version 3.6, there'll also be a story recap function.
Ooh, yeah.
Ah, stay tuned. But of course,
Actual good stuff.
as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shao Ji hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphoreus and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I
Are
can
they gonna
give you a
release
little
early and
teaser.
then get
This
us
short
spoiled?
come with its own original theme song. So don't miss it.
Awesome.
Who
Nice.
the fuck is she?
Can't wait to dive
Oh,
into
he.
the new
Who,
story
no,
already.
is this Baby Final? This is
Why
Baby
don't we turn
Final.
our attention to our good friend Viden
I
and
think it
take
is.
a look at his story together.
I think it's Baby Final. Oh shit, we're gonna see Baby Final. Do you just fucking grow? Oh, you have. Initially, I thought he just grew like few centimeters taller. I'm like, huh? But no, he just levitate. Oh shit. Okay. That does not seem normal. Hmm. Huh?
What in the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know.
What the fuck did I just was
Now
see?
he seems strange and formidable.
Edgy?
Oh, could you elaborate?
That's the word for it.
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finan was one of the first Chrysos heirs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability,
Look at all the
Finan
camera.
carries the expectations of many.
Oh my god.
He is the deliverer chosen by the
Oh my god, the
prophecy,
fucking
and
Dromas next to
Aglaya's
Anaxagrius is
handpicked
actually
successor
eating
of
though.
The flame chase journey.
Holy shit,
Aglaya
they are
even used her own
chonking.
death to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah.
They are
all of us have
chonking
high
it.
hopes for him. Some even call him the deliverer of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
I'm curious. What was Spider like before he joined the Flame Chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae.
ID
It was
Alicia.
a small, remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away
The
from
the
chaos.
change of fucking scenery
Ooh, sounds like a real
is so
peaceful
fucking
place.
refreshing.
It
Holy
was.
shit. I
And
never
even though the
actually
village
be
was
appreciate
small, everyone got along really
of
well.
such a change
There were
of
also
scenery.
beautiful rivers and
Also, there's
mountains,
that mosquito.
even
I
a
need to kill
forest.
it. Give me a sec.
That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies. When I
Come on,
wasn't
see a butterfly.
exploring, I'd go play with my
Usual
friends
pass.
by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our
But anyways,
swordsmanship.
yeah.
When we got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
That's actually
No
a
stuff.
very pretty
No
area.
events or any of that deliverance
It's very-
kinds of stuff?
It seems very generic, but it's like I feel like
The wheat fields look
it
gorgeous
fits
too.
because
Lying there
of the
surrounded by
situation.
golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what?
Guess what?
You would have to imagine for now. In version 3.4, we get to explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer.
Okay.
Learn about Finan's past, how he became a warrior, joined the Flame Chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
Is that all?
These days, Finan just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on, no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphorius needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main arc for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step
Oh my
away
god,
from
every
the
time I
era
look at the
known.
drama, it's like how the fuck they eat so much.
the deepest truths of
They're
Forest?
fucking
About to come to
chonking
light.
it.
What trials lie ahead, and what choices will find and make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough,
Holy shit.
no fire can burn you out.
Yeah.
If anything,
Honkai
every
so
trial is
fast.
just a forge for an even brighter soul. I'm more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how fighting performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The
That'd
use of
be
my
like-
skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait. So core flames
Don't
only
think
come
core
from
flame?
using your skill?
Not at all.
Yo.
Fighting can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, fighting will deal even more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, fighting powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action while he faces the enemy. Teammate
那个是什么 What am I looking at? What the fuck? That's 3 ability?
temporarily retreat and can't take action.
How can
while
they
he
do that?
faces the enemy
What is that?
head-on with
QWE?
newfound strength.
All alone? That sounds way too risky.
What?
No worries. All the talents and buffs from finding his teammates still stay active.
Every
providing
buff?
him with much needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation. Each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Okay.
Heads up. The more soul scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Fighting will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Fighting's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Fighting instantly strikes all
Hold on, why is that 8 fucking technique point?
enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait, all enemies? That's nuts!
Of course, power comes with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Fighting's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
Why?
When I use my technique
But why is that a needed thing to do though?
to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the
What?
start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Why is that such a fucking huge thing to do?
Oh, I see.
They're like, because we consume more points, we should make his technique more stronger. Meanwhile, Duncan increased his penetration, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, now that we've wrapped up Fighting's combat abilities, it's time to bring
Why
you
shall
some
we
updates
free
on a
someone?
few familiar faces. In version 3.4, Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jing Liu are all getting some serious enhancements.
Let's go!
Okay, let's go.
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's
Honestly,
changing.
Blade and Kafka.
Let's start with Silverwolf.
Yes.
After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
That's fucking
Oh, so
insane.
it's AoE now, not single target.
Exactly.
That's actually
Meanwhile,
insane. Make
she'll
it Akron
prioritize
team
adding a
so much
witness
better.
that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top
Again,
of that,
so much better for
Silver
Akron
Wolf will
team.
regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a
Oh,
follow-up
thank
attack.
goodness.
After locking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And
Oh
using
my
her
God.
ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After the update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blake can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate
Was it not
loses
the case
HP,
last time?
Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure.
Also, this is the first time that we seen them. I feel like is this the first time? I feel like this is the first time they've seen in-game text that's in straight up English. Damage taken by 20% when an enemy target receive an attack from allied Silver Wolf. 100% patient to implant random with 1 bug. That's from E2. Holy shit, that's broken.
Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely, so choose whichever version you like best.
This kind of means that if they can they buff them twice? Because if they buff them again, that means we have to have 3 instance of state base, state buff 1 and state buff 2. I feel like that would be very tricky to know what's what.
For more details, be sure to keep an eye out for official announcements.
Sounds good.
Aside from the ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
Look at that.
None of you know who the fuck
Take a look at the
Firefly
videos
is.
first.
You're act shocked like
With her school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest, you can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellar
Obtain with
hunters.
Onyx Shark.
Well, Miss
Well,
Kafka
I guess it
does
doesn't
have
matter
an
for me.
style. Used to talk a lot
She's
about
alright.
behind the scenes.
She's
Even her
alright.
Rex had a
Not that
makeover.
crazy.
You
Not
think
crazy
she
for her.
spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric Shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners.
Okay.
In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star
I like how they just show
character
banner
Fire
immediately.
and the limited 5-star light cone. Thus,
Now that is
Birds of
actually
Dawn
a
will have
banger
boosted
art.
traffic. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance. The story's next page is being added to the first half banner.
Okay.
At the same time, we'll also kick off a special warp event. The limited 5-star characters, Treevee, Sunday, and Sparkle are coming back. Plus,
Treevee,
5-star
Sunday, and
light cones,
Sparkle.
if time were a flower, a grounded ascent, and Earthly Escapade will return as well. In the second half of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones. Whereabouts your dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
Mm-hmm. Two of our newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version. What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5. And limited 5-star light cones, Patience is All You Need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
I guess that makes sense because next 3.5 is where the dot come back.
New 4-star light cones will be added to the Nameless Honor Rewards in version 3.4.
Ah, I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones. There are a few mini versions of Chrysos Heirs.
Okay, a third
Looks like
reset.
Finan really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat
It's been a
fields.
while since I did
Nature's
the.
mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
Oh, some of them actually really good
We'll take a
looking.
quick break. There's
I'm just
more
appreciative of that,
version
of good
3.4
art,
No way.
of good art. Okay. Second code, submit. Okay, Finan seemed like a jack of all trades. Not gonna lie, she seemed like, oh, you want to do blast damage? Sure. You want to do AoE damage? Sure. You want to be a tanker? Sure. You want be a solo carry? Sure. You want to be, I don't know, a sub DPS? Maybe. Could even done it, right? I doubt so lah, because you need to his ultimate literally remove everyone else. Once you enter his ultimate state, it seems to be like you're meant to have a choice whether you want to go A, B, or C. I feel like it's really depends how the light cone of his signature light cone build and how his other like traces function, because if one of them is just better than the other, I don't see a reason why we won't do any other.
Let's take a look at the events.
What
this
the fuck?
version. A piece of good news comes from Panacotti.
Official version? What, the previous one wasn't official?
Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
Also a rerun again?
Is that the cute match 3 game?
That's right. The Interactive Peace Corporation has
There's no way they make
officially
rerun
sponsored
another
Clash.
main
It hopes to promote this arcade
quest.
game full of Panacottian flavor.
That's actually kinda
throughout
sad.
the whole cosmos. And the
Like, I joke, even though I play like the origami bird literally like this week, right? But having another rerun event, sure, they say they updated it and the Galactic Rainbow Baseballer is pretty good, but you know, I'm just hoping for something like fresh, new, right? I still don't know why they didn't make the drifting car thingy the main event, but not sure why.
first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Sure.
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra moves.
You can also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird class,
It's just
there will be lots
more
of new
Candy
items that
Crush
can help you in battle.
elements
For
added,
example,
man.
Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle.
I mean, I'm
Spicy
fine
Bomb
with,
can turn a
like-
fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
Why is that? Why?
You can turn the
You can upgrade your
tide and
stuff?
deliver
The
a
fuck?
powerful blow to your opponent.
It needs like meant to
There are
be.
plenty of familiar faces among our
I guess
opponents this
they'll
time.
probably standardize it
That's
later.
right. trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges,
QQ, why the fuck are you
trailblazers
back?
can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird class will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
Alright, let us continue with more version contests. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns
So fast?
as usual in version 3.4.
I would assume they saved this as the last thing to
The
say.
Player Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return.
Okay.
Complete the challenges to get
Oh
double
fuck, the
rewards.
collab is an event. I know it sounds weird what I say, but no, this is like they've just straight up removed the second half event and replace it with this, with a collab.
At the same time,
That's what I think
the
what they're
player
doing.
ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams and Revelry by the Sea
Are the
will
ornament that
also
fast?
come online. Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Oh my god.
Why did my seat collapse?
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition will begin in July. This year's
July?
event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
Yay!
That's right. We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star
Saying
Rail booth and
having
claim
Finon
free
say
limited gifts.
Honkai Star
A
Rail.
special panel for
kinda
Honkai
funny.
Star Rail will also
Honkai
be
Star
held at
Rail?
Anime
Dude,
Expo,
stop it. Don't have
featuring
any of their
several
voice actors say
special
Honkai Star Rail ever
Please
again.
keep an eye out for more info and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see.
Was that really 30 minutes?
We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
You seem mighty
It's
busy.
actually 30 minutes, wow.
Well, I am
That's 5
a
minutes for
professional
preloading.
superhost.
What's going on? Oh, goodness, Albert.
no.
Hey, what's going on? It's not my time yet. Ah!
Bye, have a nice day.
Ah! Whether or not your world has the
Alright,
concept of a holy grail.
What?
Welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fates Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Ah, long time no see, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Aventurine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Yes, we all know you.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Also, we all know you.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail.
Apparently.
This show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present this situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
Wow. Holy shit. What, every 60 seconds, a minute pass in
Let me give a brief
Africa?
explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy
Like someone
Grail
die
is a
when they get
wish-granting
killed or
chalice
something?
that can
Like, what the
manifest
fuck is
any
that?
miracle. And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail will fulfill your wishes.
That dadgum
Wubba Boot Charming Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Just concluded.
don't forget that
Boothill, it's been a year.
prides itself on being a holiday
It's been a
resort.
year. I guess half a
How
year.
are they gonna attract
No,
tourists
technically-
if they don't have any events? So,
It has been a
this
year.
is
What the
a
fuck?
charming
It has been a
festival
year,
now.
Boothill. Let it go.
Man. I mean, that probably wasn't great for Pennacona's image. The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Pennacone and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Pennacone to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. Yo!
Yo.
I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Pennacone. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And
Historical.
the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make
Historical.
any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick.
Wait, 7?
But, as we all know,
7 to be
people
summoned?
die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate. So
They're
if someone
fucking-
gets caught
Say that again?
if they're killed. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate. So if someone gets
That's
caught
a
in the
banger.
crossfire.
Rest assured, everyone,
This is a
these
banger.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby
It is 7, I just
no
realized.
one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
Alright, alright. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Pennacone Superstar.
Who?
So glad for Stephanie. Ah,
Oh,
Trailblazers
Steph.
will be participating.
Say that.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
Well, as another Pennaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
Galaxy Ranger Boothill will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
But why
But
though? Don't you have better thing
I
to
was just
do?
wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. And I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
True.
Looks like Mr. Boothill really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Send OOT
Of
in.
course. Apart from local Pennaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber,
Who?
Archer, and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the Trailblazer.
Where's the answer?
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold
Oh my
in this
God.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. Keep an eye out for it. Now let's learn more about Saber and Archer, our 2 heroic spirits from another world.
Oh, yes!
Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Pennacone.
Well, this is the
No
planet
English.
of festivities after all. You gotta
Just
dress
straight up
for
no
the
English.
occasion.
Exactly right. The King of Night's new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains
Who?
her iconic blue and white colors.
Say,
And her iconic ahoge.
That's right.
you guys saying some
Retains the
Japanese stuff
ability
is
of a
fucking
king,
hilarious.
And also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward. but the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
Oh, she looks so different, I swear. Cut. Okay. Shit, she does follow up?
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her
Excuse you,
strength as a
biscuit?
king.
Oh, talk about fancy visuals.
Okay, biscuit.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face? Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
That's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle.
Okay.
When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Huh.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and
Ultimate?
increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack into Enhanced Basic Attack. Her
Okay.
Enhanced Basic Attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
What? So follow up?
So if you
Sorry, not follow
replenish
up.
core
There's no.
resonance
It's an
in as
enhanced
many ways
basic
as
attack.
possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right.
To
Not only does this sword
instant
bear the King
forward?
of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. Whew. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear
I'm still thinking
emphasizes his
through
lean figure and is the perfect
Saber.
fusion of attractiveness and strength.
I feel like
You got that right.
Saber seem pretty like
Director, show us
standard.
the
And
game
why did I
footage
accidentally
already.
turn off my? Saber seem pretty standard. Why do you have my bat?
悪くない代物だ。よくする。
Ooh, ooh.
I am the bone of my soul. Unlimited blade works.
Okay, so you do speak English.
So that's Unlimited Blade Works? Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
I agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state,
What?
dealing damage to one designated enemy.
What?
While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will
What?
not end after he uses his skill.
What?
And he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
What?
Heads up. The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer deals to enemies.
What?
After all, everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter who can't use the noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate unlimited blade wax, dealing damage.
It does no damage.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just
That is-
couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal
Everyone
damage
else.
to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction.
Wow, they both are quite
I have
simple.
big news for everyone.
Big news.
From when the collab event starts on July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star collab character Archer for free.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome!
We hope that, under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all the wonderful memories in the days to come.
Oh, yeah! How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised!
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get
Sorry.
another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
What? Hold on, what the fuck did you just say?
Anniversary celebration is finally here as promised!
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
Awesome!
What?
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet. Besides,
What can it be?
Archer for free. Trailblazers can also
Wait, another 5-star limited? What? Hold on. Later this year. This year probably end at near the ending of near the ending of 4 years though. What could it be free? What would it be free? And that'd be Elysia. That'd be crazy. All the Crystal's Air people are probably out. Didn't see the end though, but
also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow!
ooh, here's my fucking throw in the dark prediction. It's constant.
How thoughtful!
Yeah.
It's constant.
This version's got a lot of
They hype them too much, and now it's like, fuck, we have to
Let's
give
check
it out
the
for
banner
free.
Details. Once the collab starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can
I'm just happy for that. Art itself, that's sick.
use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone Thankless Coronation from Birth of a King and the limited 5-star Light Cone The Hell Where Ideals Burn from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners. but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
What?
It's worth
What? Guarantee counts are shared between all collapsed character banner and separately shared from all collective version light cone banner, but neither carry over to other type warp. Okay. Okay lah. Okay. So basically, it's super. You cannot. So that means the PT, no matter how much you build up, you always start from zero.
mention it here that
yeah.
the character and Lycone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Long term after
Does long term mean even after versions 3.4, 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Lycones?
Exactly.
After its launch? Wait, what? What do you say? Say that again. Hold on. What? Wait, hold on. Okay, I don't know why I'm whispering. That is what? What? Wait, if it's actually, what the fuck am I listening? What? Huh?
These collab banners will run across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
Oh, nuts!
Yet.
And here's one more piece of news for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend a designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Lycone, the hell where ideals burn.
Throughout all of version 3.4? In other words, after the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Say again.
Or? In other words, after the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts,
And before the collect.
any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah!
Okay. That makes sense.
The collab kicks off. The voice actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we're back to hear their special messages.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカズネヤコです。
Hello.
崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。
Okay.
この2つの作品にはどこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。
Okay.
剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。
True.
収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中であなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレイドワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニーで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。 これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Alright! Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Face Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Natsu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Thank you.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate's Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer.
I assume this is the entire event
He
itself.
stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Now what? This what?
So it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius School'em made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now, the Grail can load the simulated data of past striders through the user.
Oh shit! I can see the
So in Fate State,
can see the classes.
Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense what? V1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health, and when your health hits 0, you're out.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them. The higher the piece's rarity,
Is the fucking-
stronger the buff.
what? Is this auto
Pieces of the
chess?
same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers
What
will
am I
have the
seeing
chance
so
to
many
get
UI
3
for?
command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Now, I'm
I'm trying to
curious.
think how the fuck
What
does
role
Saber
is the
work?
Trailblazer playing this time?
Because
It's
Archer is simple. You just go
player.
full mono quantum. Just fuck it.
Grail feels kind
Send full mono quantum.
Forking hell. Could
With
it be
Sparkle?
corrupted?
Probably
You're right on the
Sparkle,
money.
Fusion.
Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics. The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just
What,
for
Silver Wolf?
entertainment.
We
The
get a
organizers
buff.
of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Oh, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome!
What?
So much content.
What?
Alright.
Okay.
Big thanks again
So the
to
story
our
and the event are
two
different. Okay.
That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers.
I'm like Omega confused, but sure.
Trailblazers, my honored masters. Let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye. I like how everyone wear a hat. What is that fucking art? Why is that Albert looking at us sus? What the fuck was that? Um, that was very interesting. Immediate thoughts. Wow, they really put everything on finance fucking budget in terms of character design. Character gameplay wise. But I'm still very curious how Saber would fit in. That's mainly the highlight of the thing, right? Seeing Saber and Archer, and obviously Finon. But I'm thinking about, do I really want to draw for Finon? I think I'll draw for Finon if and only if I have already gotten Saber on that on the banner. If I got Saber and it's under 200, then obviously I'll try some on Finance banner. But if I got Saber unluckily from 200, probably not even enough to draw Finance, so probably not. I'll save it for the 3.5 character. But then is it worth it? But I do want 3.5 character. But obviously they're trying to market Final as this one big old dude that's like meta change everything, which is kind of true. Oh well. I'll see the whole special program. The version info on the webpage, and do the feedback form soon, tomorrow. Okay, with that, thanks so much for coming by. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.